Welcome back to the Skyway. After 4 months of racing, 64 cars whittled down now to the final 4, all leading up to this moment, the final stage of the competition, the championship. Now, I've been in racing a long time, and I've never seen driving like this, the reckless abandon and the need for speed. Now, I've spoken to these drivers, I know them. They're not here for the fame or the riches, though that don't hurt too much. They're doing it for their countries, for their families, to call themselves best in the world. Now let's take a look at the road that brought us here, all the way to the finals.
Into turn 2, Jolt passes Jolt and Jolt, a complete shutout.
Cannonball Claire out of nowhere.
Then Cannonball Claire passes on the inside.
Track and the start gate are not equally spaced.
Dino Demonic crashes right to dash to the finish. Oh my, here comes space.
In all my years at the Skyway, I've never seen such a late arrival.
To strange if this is any indication.
Aria Solo out of nowhere!
Pops up, passing Jules. Solo passes on the outside. She spins out, booming packs, understeers out of turn 3, up understeers inside, spots up on the wall, right to the inner wall, pops up 3, up on the wall. Stacey pointed out the field, oh no, Trapace, oh no, it's Cooper Quick overtakes Slices, oh no, Jumper Jones has flipped over, first is flipped over too, and he's out of here.
The speed of some is greater than others. So there are those that ride a mean streak.
So, a long drift by Shock.
And that's all any one of these speed demon superstars needs to rise above.
Out of turn 3, the blue pulls ahead. Watches the blue catches air. Down the drop like lightning, Muerte's rockets ahead. Jolt flies down the inside. So as soon Jolt cuts the wheel, she's absolutely flying.
Flips around, single file into turn 4.
Muerte tears down the track.
The perfect alchemy of speed and greed.
Muerte is relentless. Cannonball Claire right in the Jolt pulls him off. From the drop, Satori takes off into the Satori. Blocks Sky out of turn 3, all the way to the finish.
Both need a miracle or a tragedy, or both.
Congratulations to Yoshi Satori driving in Razor's Edge and Audi RS6 Avant weighing 51.2 grams. Congratulations to Cannonball Claire driving in the Cannonball, a BMW M1 Pro car weighing 50.1 grams. Juan Carlos Muerte driving in Red Rover, a Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG weighing 51.2 grams. And Juniper Jolt driving in Bloodbath, a Corvette C7R weighing 30 grams even. There they are, your finalists for the 2022 Skyway Grand Prix. Yoshi Satori, scoring the most amount of points in the semi-finals, starts here in pole position. Juniper Jolt by his side, Juan Carlos Muerte and Cannonball Claire in the back row. And they're off. Satori leads the pack down the first straight. Muerte and Jolt stay close. They're single file through turn 2. Yoshi manages to stay out in front out of turn 3. A tight lineup. Muerte close, pops up on the wall, and Yoshi Satori takes race 1, followed very closely by Muerte, Jolt, and Cannonball Claire. Well, this is going just about how I thought it would. When the best take on the best, they're going to stay quite intimate the whole way down. Now watch the subtle blocking maneuvers Satori employs, always managing to keep speed and never offering even a breath of opportunity for Muerte and Jolt. Muerte, furious to overtake, pops over the edge right at the finish, the track unable to contain him. Let's go! The first leaderboard of the final round. Satori sits at the top with 5 points after finishing first. Muerte so uncomfortably close in second position, followed by a similarly close Juniper Jolt, and Cannonball Claire with 1 point for finishing last. Cannonball Claire really has to break through from the back row if she's going to make the best out of her final 2 races in the front. And now with Muerte in pole position, Satori by his side, I think an age-old question is about to be answered. Who's the fastest? Juan Carlos Muerte by a long shot rockets ahead, flying down the drop, and he's out of here. I should have known even in the finals Muerte dominates, and Jolt falls off the track. Claire in reverse, and Satori barely crossing the finish line. What is happening? Here we go again. Juan Carlos Muerte makes a deafening statement here in race 2. There is no one faster than me. There is no one with more control. There is literally no one else in sight. And look at this drift going into turn 2. It always baffles me that at such high speeds there can be levels of grace such as this. And then right here in the crux of turn 4, Juniper Jolt falls off the track. She's been riding the whole of the inner rail, losing momentum, and then finally taking the plunge. Speaking of, Cannonball Claire is sluggish until Yoshi Satori boosts her across the finish, leaving him with just enough oomph to cross the line himself. A very unexpected, very peculiar race indeed. These names aren't usually associated with such chaos. However, the stakes have never been this high. Juan Carlos Muerte rises to first position after his win in race 2. Satori still very much a leader with 7 points, with Cannonball Claire doing her due diligence from the back row, posting 3 points for taking second place. And poor Juniper Jolt, at this point in the competition, with a roster such as ours, every point is precious. You cannot afford to not finish the race, not if you want to win. Cannonball Claire now in the front row for the remaining 2 races, a perfect opportunity to get out ahead and close the gap on the leaderboard. And they're off. Cannonball Claire out ahead, down the first straight. Muerte closing the gap, down the drop, he pulls ahead, out of turn 2. Oh no, he's done it again. There's no one else in sight. It's all his. Muerte takes race 3, followed by Claire, Jolt, and Satori once again finishing in last place. That's 2 races in a row. This is baffling. However, in the case of Juan Carlos Muerte, lightning indeed does strike twice in the same place. Over and over, it seems. Now watch this, going into turn 2, Jolt rises to the high outside to pass Claire. These 2 will be swapping paint the whole way down, clawing for second position. Wow, Juan Carlos Muerte dominates in first position with 13 points. In fact, only one driver has a chance at tying this up. Yoshi Satori in second position needs 5 points to tie the competition. He would need Juan Carlos Muerte to fail to reach the finish while also taking first place for himself. If ever a driver needed a miracle and a tragedy, today, right now, race 4 of the finals, this would be it. Satori has 1 shot to stay alive in this competition. 1 shot at glory. Juniper Jolt and Cannonball Claire start in the front row, Satori and Muerte in the rear. The ultimate face-off and the final race of the 2022 Skyway Grand Prix. And they're off. The group rides close down the first straight. Into open lane track, Claire and Muerte pass. Jolt flips over, oh my god! Muerte hits Claire. Claire holds a block. They're slowing down. Satori hits them. Claire falls. Satori falls. Muerte's all alone. Down the last straight. And Muerte takes race 4. Oh my goodness. What did we just witness? Muerte is the last man standing. In this moment right here, the group takes the drop. Claire and Muerte move to pass Jolt on the inside. As a team, they push Jolt right over the edge of the outer wall. Here, already Jolt is riding the outer rail just in time to climb the banking wall as they enter the turn. Claire and Muerte clear the pass as Jolt falls, flipping onto her hood. Now out of turn 2, Claire throws a weighty block, sacrificing any control whatsoever, flipping round, determined to hold off Muerte all the way through turn 3. They lose all their momentum and it's unlikely anyone will finish. And then boom, Yoshi Satori catches up, popping Muerte past Claire, sending Claire over the edge, soon followed by a fading Satori, and with just enough acceleration, taking race 4, Muerte is the last man standing. In race 4, he takes out every single driver one by one, making himself the truly indisputable champion. 18 points, 3 first place races in a row. Juan Carlos Muerte is the champion of the 2022 Skyway Grand Prix. What an absolute blast this has been, and this is only the beginning. This is Theodore Graves, signing off. Until next time, drive safely, and always take the high road.